Patrick, when it comes to the connection between you and Travis Kelce over the years, you're still working on it. We saw you today kind of telling about the lock and everything. When Tranquil had that coverage, just what is it about the evolution of that connection that you guys continue to find and refine every year?
Yeah, I think every defense changes every year. And so you have to find little things here and there that you can have advantages at. Defenses are getting better and better. And so Drew played really good coverage on that. I was it was a freestyle route. It wasn't like a route that he was supposed to run. I thought he was going to do something. He thought he should do something else. And then we kind of were off pace, but that's what this is for. You try to learn those things. And if we get that rep in the game now, we know we're going to be on the same page. We talked it through and had that chance to do it on the practice field.
What are your expectations for Travis this year at 35?
Yeah, I expect Travis to be Travis, man. And obviously, the play on the field is going to be high. He's going to go out there with the mentality that we're trying to win the Super Bowl this year. Was falling short this last year. But then I think more than anything, it's the leadership that he brings to the building every single day, and how he leads by example and how he leads vocally. It's a big impact on our football team. And so I expect him to play at a high level and then be an even better leader.
Patrick, it's been a while now, but did you have any serious thoughts that Travis might really say this is it after the season? Or how engaged were you with him in that time when he was?
We never talked about it. I think you have that in the back of your mind. I mean, for anybody that's played a lot of football seasons, there's always a chance if they're going to come back and put in the work. You have to put in the work in the off season. I think everybody wants to play the games, but putting in the work in the off seasons where stuff gets strenuous. And so for him, I think it was just recalibrating, seeing where he's at. And then, I mean, from what I've seen, I think y'all can see it, man, he's ready to go. I mean, he's been putting in the work this offseason, and he's excited for another chance to make a run at it.
Patrick, when you talk about
space, I mean, like you didn't want to.
No, I don't ever press guys and stuff like that. And I just like give him space and like make that decision on his own because you don't want to have regret either way. I mean, if you come back, you don't want to come back and not give everything you have to it. And if you leave, you don't want to leave too soon. So it's a happy medium that you have to find. Hopefully, I don't have to fight it for a long time, but that's something that every athlete has to deal with in whatever career they have.
Patrick, the outside expectation is that the weapons will be healthy, protection should be better this year. When you hear something like that, what can the offense be if all that is true?
Yeah, I mean, I think all you can do is just be better than you were the day before. I mean, obviously, we have an expectation that we're going to go out there and score every single drive, but that comes with a lot of single reps, a lot of practice reps, a lot of time spent with the guys, and so it takes every single person in the building to go out there and have the top offense in the league, and so we have to just go into every practice, every film study, whatever that is, with that mindset that we're going to get the best out of it.
Patrick, when you look at that.
This is the first time in a while that you've come into this camp with your receivers having been here the year before. A lot of them. Do you notice a difference this time of year with those guys that haven't played in the offense before?
For sure. I mean, I think you saw even at the beginning of last year before Rashid got hurt. I mean, whenever you have a guy that you've spent that time with and have that connection with, you can hit the ground running because you know those different things. And so seeing that with Xavier this year and Hollywood and Rashid and Juju, and all these guys, man. I mean, they've done a great job of working and continue to work and get even better. And so you can talk about stuff that's happened in prior years, and that's where he and Travis have had so much success is when you get multiple years of reps with guys, you continue to get even better and better on the football field.
But Patrick, when you follow up on that, it seemed like a lifetime ago. 3 years ago, you all were the top offense in the league. Obviously, that was the enemies last year. Last 2 years, even though you won a Super Bowl and went back to the offense's dip, injuries, of course, played a factor in it last season. Would it be a disappointment to you with what you have and what you're seeing in practice right now that you all aren't back where you were 3 years ago?
Yeah, I mean that's the goal. I mean, you want to be the top offense. As disappointed in not being the top offense that was at losing the Super Bowl last year, the way we lost it. And so our goal is to do whatever we can to win the football game. And hopefully for us, that's being the top offense to go along with the great defense that we have.
The rookies that are on the team now, what have you seen since they've been here and them ascertaining the playbook and getting the reps in with you all? Where would you put them at right now?
Yeah, no, I think it's kind of cool to see. I don't know if it's like an NIL thing or guys staying in college longer, but it's a very mature group. It's guys that come in and they know how to work, they know how to get after it. But they're learning quickly. And so to hear them talk and to hear them do different things, I don't know if they've transferred or whatever it is, they've been in different offenses, but they have a good understanding of football. And so now it's about teaching them how to work to the standard that Coach Reed has. And for any rookie, that's going to be a challenge, but I thought these guys did a great job of picking up on it.
But pick up a playbook like a Josh Simmons, and are they getting it from what you see?
Yeah, Josh is doing a great job, man, and he's getting healthier and healthier every single day, and he's doing a great job of learning. I mean, he's getting the ultimate test going against Spags, and seeing the blitzes that he's going to see, and so he'll continue to get more and more reps, but he's doing a great job with the whole process, and I'm excited for him to get even healthier going into training camp.
Patrick, what do
We saw the rain boxes out there. Are those this year kind of a painful reminder of the way the season ended, or a symbol of what the team accomplished getting to the Super Bowl?
A little bit of both. I mean, I appreciate it because I know at the end of my career I'll look back and remember those times with that team. But obviously the ultimate goal is a Super Bowl ring, and so you have a little bit of you appreciate it because you know what you did with that team, but it's a reminder for you to go out there and be even better. I put it this way: I put those like in my safe, and I put the other ones on top of my safe. I keep both, but some of them I showcase a little bit more.
Patrick, what does the next month look for you? I know you probably takes personal time, but how do you stay in tune football wise over the next month or so?
Yeah, it's a lot of working out. It's like when Bobby gets excited because he knows I'm gonna be in the gym working out, and so it's a lot of working out, throwing. With some of the guys that will be in town, and then spending some time with my family, just because knowing that I'll be in football season and miss a lot of that time. So there'll be a lot of parks and water parks and stuff like that to go along with a lot of football workouts.
Do you always wish it was a little more time? Because it seems like it's shorting every year.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how it works, man. It seems like the off season gets shorter and shorter every single year, but that's part of the process, man. I think Coach Reed's done a great job of kind of pulling back a little bit, and some of these OTA type days just to kind of keep guys' legs under them. But I think it's like 4 weeks. I'll spend as much time with my family, try to stay in shape as best as possible, and be ready to go whenever we step on that football field in St. Joe.
Patrick,
Couple more.
How many times have you watched the Super Bowl? And I guess what did you learn?
I haven't watched it too many times. I mean, we did some like film study and you do scheme stuff. But you watch it after the game and you see it in the scheme and stuff like that. Take away the positives, but obviously you got to learn from the negatives. Obviously, the Philadelphia's defense had stuff on us with Coach Fangio that they did a great job of taking away our best stuff, and so learn from that, have stuff to counteract that, and be ready to go this next season.
Let's go last one, Nick.
Patrick, with whether it's Jaylon or Josh, how do you work on building that chemistry with them since you guys haven't been on the field together?
Yeah, it takes reps, man. I mean, I think Coach Heck does a great job of kind of putting guys in different spots, getting JT back as well. I mean, you got guys bouncing around from right tackle to left tackle to go along with those 3 or 4 guys in the middle there, and so it's just going to take more and more reps of learning what they do. They learned me. But that's why we get those long drive drills in training camp. You learn those guys and whenever guys are tired and what they're really going to do and what they're going to go to. And so I thought we did a great job this first little set here in OTAs and in mini camp. But it'll be the ultimate test in training camp of getting on the same page with those guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Patrick.
No, I can't make it. That's too far for me.
All right. All right, now.
Trav, you say you lost about 25 pounds. What type of work I have?
First of all, I never said that.
No. I know you didn't say that, but
All you read on the internet, guys, all right? Never told anybody. I mean,
But you look good.
I'm down some weight, yeah, from the end of the season last year. But each year is different, man. You gotta rebuild it, and this year I got some time to really focus on some form running and some things early on in the off season that I just didn't have time for last year, and certainly feeling good, and I think it'll pay off, man.
I know a lot of people are talking about this, the last dance or something for you, but we've always talked throughout the season, if you lose the Super Bowl or whatever, it's a failure for you. If you come back and win, people keep asking me, are you going to come back? I don't want to speak for you, but have you even thought that far ahead? If by chance, you get back to San Francisco next year.
I got 1 year on this contract. I know that, and we'll try and figure out something for next year. The Chiefs organization knows how much I love them. I can't see myself ever playing anywhere else. So we'll deal with that down the road when the time is right. But right now, I'm focused on winning the championship this year.
Yes.
So Travis, this year, what are your expectations for yourself then this year? Any difference than they
Be
always
the
are?
best, yeah, be the best teammate, be the best leader I can. Last year, I think I failed, especially in that last game and being a leader and being the one that could step up and make plays. So just setting the bar even higher for myself this year than I have in the past.
Other than winning another championship, what would make this season a success for you?
That's the only way I determine whether it's a success or not. It's just kind of how I'm wired now. Earlier on in my career, I would set those goals for myself, and I just think it's just more of a genuine feel and the right mentality. Just go out there and try and make every play for my team.
What did you try to do?
Achieving or blocking or doing whatever I need to do.
What did you try to do over the offseason to mentally get yourself ready for another football season?
Mentally, I mean, just as soon as I made the decision to come back, that decision for me needs to be made back in March or early April. Like you set the tone and you put a regimen together that gets your mindset, get your body, and really from there you can start to tweak your skill set. So it's just everything involved. You have to evolve every single year in all phases of the game. So you already know that started back in March, and so far we're on track.
Take for the decision to come back for another year. How serious were you?
I love football. I don't think I really thought about it that much. My friends and family and the team and the guys and women in this building. I love coming into work every single day. It wasn't a very tough one for me. I know I'm getting older, but at the same time, I still feel like I got a lot that I can prove in this league. And with that being said, man, it really wasn't that hard of a decision for me.
We're gonna go Sam, Zach, and then Bob.
And you said you failed to be a leader in the Super Bowl. What do you mean by that?
I just didn't make the plays that I thought I should have made. I didn't get open in certain situations. Blocking the right guys, having my attention to detail, motivating my guys to, get the the energy and the focus and the confidence that we needed during that game. And I just in that area, I just felt like I failed my guys.
And then you said you had time this year to do some of that workout stuff. Was that all that prompted you to go through this workout? Was there some
The biggest thing is just making sure you're out there on the field, being a leader, being the one that's setting the tempo in terms of your work ethic. And I think that is always number one. You got to be able to, walk the walk, as they say, be able to talk and then preach it to guys. So I think just putting myself in the best situation I can athletically, that's going to pay off down the road. Being a leader and being ready for those moments.
Zach,
What was the process like? You touched on this a minute ago. What was the process like when you thought about not playing? And then it sounds like it was really simple in your mind. It wasn't that complicated of a decision.
I really didn't feel like it was my last game. Just felt like I got a lot more to prove, and I have so much more fun coming into the building.
This is related, Travis, but that first podcast you guys did right after the Super Bowl, it really sounded like you were going to be torn, that you were really weighing all those things. Are you able to just clarify a little more about right in those few days right after that?
You want to let the emotions die down. That was the biggest thing, is that you don't want to make decisions off of initial emotions. But for the most part, once they died down, I still felt like I had that fire in my chest to be able to keep coming in and building and be better and chase another Super Bowl.
we'll go Pete and then Matt.
Pat, Andy, media, they often describe as a future Hall of Famer. I guess, how do you balance what you've already accomplished with staying hungry and what could be this final year or multiple final years?
It's all I know, man. It's all I know. I get that from the big guy. Coach Reed has set the tone, and he challenges us every single week, every single year to come in and be better than what we were last year. And I kind of just, I don't know, inherited that over the course of being under Coach Reed throughout my 12 years here. It's just, it's a mentality that I know is going to set us up for success down the road. We might not be the same team that we are in preseason, that we are in, late December, early January, and hopefully February. And with that kind of mindset, no matter what you accomplish, you're always thinking about that next play and that next game and being better than your last.
You continue to have more and more on your plate. I know you were in France on Monday. How do you balance all of that schedule, especially just going forward with everything that you have going for you with football and keeping them maybe even separate or better, being ready for football?
Football is always going to be number one. I love this game. It's still my childhood dream, when I really thought about it. And I think this offseason I got back to, just wanting to focus more on this game and getting the most out of this game as I possibly can while I'm still putting on the cleats and putting on the pads. So this will always be number one in terms of, you know, my business, you know, world, and my career path. And yeah, with that being said, everything else is just kind of, you know, making sure that I'm accountable for the people that I agree to team up with, like the podcast and going over things.
Did coach
Last-
give you any advice as just as far as how you balance that time during this off season and just kind of giving some time for yourself and say,
I
hey,
mean, coach has always given me advice at everything in life. You know, I think he's kind of trusted me in a lot of the aspects, knowing that I've handled it a certain way. But he's also challenged me a lot to make sure that I'm still being the guy in the building for him to be able to, you know, lean on in terms of that leadership. So
We're gonna go last couple, starting with Blair.
Travis, we saw the ring boxes set up outside, but what will the ring this year symbolize for you?
you know, everybody has their own view on it. Unfortunately for me, I'm only interested in Super Bowl rings. I know what the AFC championship means to this organization and the family, and you know, the 15 wins and everything is something special that I let everybody else be happy with. Last year wasn't a success for me, and I'm motivated to make sure that we get that other ring this year.
We're gonna go last two, Sam.
Sure, just one more follow-up on your off-season work. Do you already notice the effects of the work that you put in?
Yeah, I'm still putting it in. It's gonna be a grind. It's gonna, you know, that's what I'm talking about. You got to make that decision early in the off season for a guy like me, because that grind starts now and hopefully it ends in February. And we just keep that consistent work ethic throughout it all, and hopefully throughout the rest of this off season, going into the actual season, and then towards the playoffs. If we're lucky enough to make the playoffs and make another run at it, you'll keep seeing me get better and better as I plan to.
Last one.
Do you enjoy still coming in, the young guys, as you get to be kind of you've been the vet, but to be the older vet in the room now or working with the younger guys? How do you relate to them, and how do you, I guess, put into them what it means to be a chief and the level of success you guys
Yeah,
attain?
I mean, they've seen the logo before they got in the building. You know, they understand what type of history and what type of prestige is here, and just, you know, the culture of winning football games. So when you get into this building, you know it's serious. You know we're coming to work, and you know, I think it's not just myself being the oldest guy in the room. It's guys like Chris Jones and obviously Pat Mahomes, Drew Tranquil. You know, everybody's really, you know, putting their spin on it. But I think when you get young guys in the building and you get them around this culture, they understand real quick what exactly it takes to be a champion. And you know, with that being said, I love helping everybody out. You know, it's only going to make us better as a team. And everybody has that one goal in mind, and sometimes you just need that reassurance when you're that young that you're doing the right things, and you got to keep moving forward. So,
Thanks, Travis.
each other guys,
The elder statesman.
what you know about it, baby.
Yeah, next. What's How we doing? Hey, man, what's up?
Go ahead for Jaylon Watson.
Secondaries always change and go, you know, this time Reed's out, a couple other people are spacing in. How do you feel that evolution is through these OTAs and mini camp in your secondary?
And that's what comes with the game. You know, we love Jay Reed, we love the DB room. I've loved every DB room I've been a part, but like I said, that's what comes with it. All the new guys, they're doing a great job. We're just trying to lead all the guys that's been here, show them how we move, how we prepare, and they jumping right along and doing great.
going into a contract year, I mean, it's a big year for every player. What's kind of your thought process as you're just thinking about planning for preparing for the season?
Just trying not to worry about that. Just control what I can control. Come out, do my part, try to help the team, and everything else I handle. So.
You've had just some bad luck the last couple of seasons with injuries. How are you feeling now? And I mean, what do you feel like you can accomplish if you get a full season with not having to deal with some of those nagging injuries?
Yeah, injuries are tough. But I'm just blessed to be in the position I am. I know it's what comes with the game. Hopefully, I can have a full healthy season, and we see what happens. But feel pretty good right now.
What did it mean for you last year when you were injured for a lot of the fans to be sort of clamoring for you to get back? Like, I'm sure you're reaching out on social media and so on and so forth, just to be having you back in the building.
I mean, I felt a lot of support. It felt good. It made me want to come back even faster. Just try to help my team and try to make history. Fortunately, we fell short, but you know, it's worth a try, and I don't regret anything I did.
Not mentioned your contract year. What's it meant for you to be a seventh rounder and to really have earned the starting role, you know, on a team in the NFL?
It's a good feeling, but you got to keep it. So each year I try to go in and make a name for myself, and I'll try to do the same this year.
Jaylon, I took some footage of Coach Mary yesterday during practice while he was working drill. What's it like being you're in the room, but if you were a fly on the wall, what would fans like to take away from learning under Coach Merritt and Coach Staggs in that defensive back room?
And our whole defensive coaching staff is just so great. They've been doing this so long and winning at a high level for so long. Just try to soak in all the knowledge we can. They wouldn't tell us anything wrong. So yeah, blind faith, always trusting them, and they wouldn't do anything to hurt us. So it's been great. Me and OBC, so we call Coach Merritt. We've had a great relationship. Us in the Fab Five since we've been here. You know, he gave us that name, and it's just been great working under him.
A lot of times teams go through transitions with coaches and coordinators. Being that he's been, you've been here and they've been here since you've been here. How has it made playing defense easier for you all?
Yeah, it's super easy. He knows like whoever's in the game what we like to do. Spaz does as well. We always have different checks and different people have different chemistry, but we all just come as one, and it's a lot faster because we're all familiar with each other.
And Jalen, there were a lot of guys last year, Isaiah, Checo, Hollywood, and you kind of rushed back to try to help the team. Do you feel like you're going to be different physically this year compared to maybe what you were at the end of last year because of the injury?
Of course. Yeah. Being fully healthy will help a lot. I hope.
Where were you like this season last year? Like, was it, I imagine, still battling through that even after you came back?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard, but it was worth the shot. Like I said, I just wanted to try to get out there and help my team win.
With Christian coming in, you guys are kind of both teammates and competitors in a sense. What's it been like getting to know him, and what kind of players did the Chiefs get?
Very physical, smart player. Has great energy. The whole room loves him, so should be healthy competition. You know, I've been doing this for 4 years now, so that's nothing new. But it should be fun, and you know, playing in the secondary, you need that depth. Just so if anyone gets hurt or anything, you can have someone come in and step up and play the role correctly, and there's no drop off. So Noah as well. Noah's looking great. He's a great corner, and then we still have Josh and NJ. So it's great depth.
Last one, Nick.
Yeah, Jaylon, do you feel like any of the pressure's off? Because you guys aren't necessarily chasing football in the entirely with the three-peat. You're just playing ball with it.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's pressure. I think Coach Reed and the coaching staff do such a great job at keeping us level-headed, focusing on the next day and the present, and staying away from the outside noise and just controlling what we can control.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
I gotta get more. See how you do.
Thanks.
I'm going.
Good.
Just go back to the end of last season, Mike, being an undrafted free agent and starting in the Super Bowl, even though it didn't end the way you wanted to, what was that feeling like afterwards in this experience?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, afterwards, it was pretty devastating. But that experience at the end was, I mean, it's invaluable in this league. Going undrafted and getting that type of experience is pretty rare, to be honest. And just look back at the film, do everything you can to learn from it. Failing is growth, and just trust in that.
What was your takeaway from the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, it was not up to the standard for sure, but just continue to learn from it, watch the film with a critical eye, and yeah, continue to grow and learn. And that's the biggest thing. Losing is learning. So
What have you seen from playing the same position as Kingsley a lot during this summer? What have you just seen from him this summer?
yeah, he's been awesome. He's been really focused in on like perfecting his craft, and it's been fun to watch him get in there at guard and really do a great job. And it's fun helping him out, and he's helping me out at the same time. So it's been good.
What's I'm sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna say, it sounds like you're pretty hard on yourself for the way the Super Bowl went. How long does that sit with you, and does it still sit with you even in the summer and adding in the training camp?
Yeah, I think I hope I can use it as inspiration for the rest of my life. I mean, adversity like that's not easy to handle. But yeah, all you can do is learn from it and move on.
What did Joe Tooney mean to you last year? And I guess what will the Chiefs miss in him moving on?
Yeah, he meant a lot to me. He taught me so much and took me from the player I was coming out of Western Michigan to being able to start in an NFL game. And yeah, losing him, he was a great, incredible leader. And I know that guys are stepping up already, trying to fill his role in as a leader. And I think the more leaders we have in our room, the better.
What was Jaylon like as a player back in school?
Yeah, he's the same now as he was back then. He's a mild-mannered guy, works his butt off every single day, and has fun doing it too. He's awesome.
Sorry, just to follow up on the Tooney thing, who's stepping up as a leader in that room for you, and why is that?
Yeah, I think I mean Creed and Trey definitely have stepped up as kind of the veteran presences in our room, and they've been doing a great job. I mean, they've both been leaders since I got here. But yeah, I think the more leaders we have in that room, the better.
Different positions, but Josh Simmons being a rookie, winning the conversation like that. How's he in the room?
Yeah, he's fun. He's a great guy. We really enjoyed welcoming him into our room, and he works really, really hard. And I know Coach Heck sets a super high standard, and he's doing everything he can to get up to that standard for sure.
Mike,
Couple more.
what do you think about competing for the right guard spot going into the season?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think our whole room is just trying to change our best every single day. And that's what our focus is right now. And it will be going into training camp. And I think that's the most important thing, just continuing to bring everybody up and continue to get better.
Left guard, you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you, everybody.
Appreciate you guys.
I guess Leo's hands.
I don't know, nobody's out there.
Or Leo say, I gotta get ice cream.
Hey, I'm saying they're very creamery.
Some cool media trucks out there.
Coffee and ice cream.
Yeah. Collect my rings. I kind of go and get ice cream to people in Pennsylvania. Have to be on the way.
Didn't bring wings up there, sun down here, but.
They did get us a little close to the taco truck that one day.
I wouldn't think it down your money.
Free tacos. Well, the taco truck that way one day. We got free tacos. I don't even know what you taco is running with it today, so it was brand.
Oh, she's under super vanilla. I'll give you 2 for strawberry.
I thought it was a rare experience.
Who's the name we got was traded for Sherry's Ward?
Now your Chiefs,
Just got tacos in Parker right here.
we never had tacos in Parker, but you remember that game in Indy when he got hurt, you could hear him scream.
Yeah, that was the Alex Smith, the Nick Foles game, right?
Yeah. Was it? I think it was, yeah. Yeah, it was Alex Smith, the slam. Yeah. And then whether it's a concussion, was it not a concussion? Yeah, head injury. It was neck. Was neck. Neck injury. I think the eyeballs were coming out of his head. Driving back from Indy, sitting in a Buffalo Wild Wings, trying to figure out how to write that story. Concussion, that's a neck injury, it's a shoulder. It's a head trauma, that's not a concussion.
Chiefs never traded, never cleared that.
Still. 8 years later, we still don't know.
They never diagnosed Mahomes with a concussion, man. Because they didn't want to.
Nothing to see here.
Because they didn't want to make him back through the concept.
You know, say that. Like lost 15, 12,000. Damn.
So there's no ceremony for the AFC championship ring.
No, just take it under right now.
Yeah, you see, they
Get
just
some coffee.
There you go.
get your ring, get your coffee, get your ice cream, have a nice day.
Reds like they're just coffee and ice cream.
Here's your ring, you loser.
Almost glad I didn't have one, man.
That's what you can say on your last practice. I should have you hand me out the ring.
Adam's last actions here.
Here's a goodbye present from us.
It's a parting gift.
Not to be down like 40 points.
Like, did they call like Justin Reed, like, hey, bud, we got something for you.
Save the postage. Save the postage.
Yeah, I know.
UPS? Oh, no, that's going to USPS.
You go to your local pawn shop and all of a sudden it's like, why are two Chiefs in line right now?
He's not here. He's
Okay.
just me.
All right.
And it's Leo, if anyone missed that.
Is he out getting ice cream?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that's on Leo's diet. But let's talk about tomorrow. I'll also send out a schedule update. No, Leo's coming.
Okay.
So everything's significantly moved up. We're a little unsure exactly when the players will be off the field. They have their run test tomorrow, so we will not go out to practice. But I would plan to be here as early as 9:30. I think they canceled the meeting, so they're just gonna team out to the field to get the guys out.
It's just gonna be Andy and Nicole.
Yep. And your swan song.
You gonna bring the ring in so we can take
Does
a
he
picture of it?
I don't have it yet.
This time you go to the podium too.
That's a good idea.
No, you don't give Adam an open mic.
Cheeseburger bar?
We might have some fun.
Oh.
Oh,
For breakfast.
Yeah, exactly.
don't tease us like
We
that.
change it out.
Sugar in the podium. Yeah, sugar on the podium.
You promise to not come back.
I down 10 beers by the time I show up tomorrow.
And matter of fact,
I'll take the podium.
We can help you
I'll
with
make
that.
it that deal.
We'll help you with that. I know a guy.
God help us.
I know some guys.
Yeah, that's true.
God help us if the NFL Network carries the line.
There's anybody who's not gonna hurt Ethiopia, it's you. Not even coming back for draft night.
None of us are perfect here.
I will be the anti-herd Ethiopia.
It's a good life motto.
Yeah, I'm definitely stopping out there to grab it, so. Yeah, they just handing out rings too. You might be able to get one.
Jackson County ticket, you there, fill up the ticket off, line up in the toll, with your tax receipts. Your electric bill.
And we don't want it.
What do you think that you're? Yes, yeah. Really?
Child. He gained some his feet. Oh, no. That's gonna be fun.
Oh, tomorrow's a holiday.
What? Tomorrow is a holiday. You're
Yeah.
correct. Yeah, federal. It's locked in, no.
It's one thing Trump couldn't get rid of. One thing Trump couldn't get rid of. Yeah.
Some players would like to know, get some ice cream.
Chris, very good, yeah.
Where?
Chris is out there.
It's back. That's it. There's your footage.
Oh, no.
That's not.
Says doppelganger.
Definitely Mike Caliendo, Chris Jones getting some.
Oh, yeah, they definitely gonna make sure we don't get that.
Coffee money. Yeah, is that coffee too? No, ice cream, donuts, and coffee. Three. Since they had a waffle, bacon, and coffee truck.
Spotted. That is so good.
At least getting that lunch.
He's eating the ice cream. Cute.
What's that fairway creamer?
Mhm.
Still take a security
They're gonna give us Leo and tell us we only got 3 questions.
Say what?
They're gonna bring Leo and say we only got 3 questions, like we ain't waited 15 minutes right now.
Might be enough, so. That's funny.
Usually for Clark to walk out
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like for a second, he walked up the train, just walked right towards Dolphins and Wyman. I was like, oh, you about to sell trade again?
Oh, Randy. I gave him credit. Everybody saying to open up that box.
Just me. We're good. Wait on Leo.
So nobody wants to open up their box, huh?
No, man, we gotta have a moment, man. You know.
You're allowed to get your box and go out to get some coffee out.
Yeah, it's coffee and donuts. I just that was a surprise to me. Looked out the window and there we are. So
Are we welcome to it when we get?
I don't know how that works. Why not? Yeah, the coffee thing. It'll stop my growth, so we don't do that.
Only one way to find out, huh?
That's it. Yeah, you pop out there and do it. No. For today's stuff, just if you need something on her sheet, excused absence. So personal. Okay.
Mitchell.
Who? Say it again.
Hershey.
Well, Mitchell.
I think he's hurt. So he's here. So he's guessing. So everybody was listening to me kind of for or east. So
No one's getting behind this.
bingo. Yeah. Read between the lines.
He's worth peeking what this ring looks like. Man,
No, man. Absolutely not.
Oh, nothing to be ashamed of.
We like the other rings.
Thanks. Oh, you know, oh, man.
can we get ice cream?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm gonna go ask for all this stuff.
Out there.
ice cream, we all scream for ice cream.
Obvious for closers, Super Bowl.
We literally could have got ice cream and been back in time for the year.
Extravagant 5-course meal for Super Bowl. Dessert for AFC Championship. Golly. Just think about all the organization when AFC Championship game would go crazy, just almost now.
Oh, just imagine if we were Buffalo right now or Baltimore.
Take whatever they can get.
Good divisional ring.
I know, exactly.
I guarantee this is probably more than what they did for Cincinnati.
Except they make the players just like.
Yeah, they can pay for it.
Pay for it, that's right.
Pay for it.
Joe Burrow had to rent out the building.
They just had to walk.
They couldn't even do that. They had to move to Kentucky for cheaper rates.
You realize that if we were in Cleveland, they would have a parade right now for this.
So.
Come on, man. God, everybody in the line for coffee instead of ice cream.
No.
It's right out there.
He looks what?
He's back.
Oh, yeah. No, he lost a little bit.
You can see it. So they took.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Up to his heart, open thing.
I
Hope
think
just throws coffee.
body looks. Like when he was working out.
Yeah. What did he make? That'd be 25. 15, 20. Close.
You want to see what happens when there's no coffee. Dave Hogan's having like friends and family stuff, and there's no coffee. You know, pushes the ceiling.
We really could have got some ice cream in the back by now.
They start eating ice cream from the bottom. Hey, I have things that you want to do today. That's the 10 minutes.
One of the pieces from the leg.
Yeah, I know I can still listen to the radio station on that.
That's Sam's collection.
I got two more calls.
Speaking of Sam Mellington, I think his was on Thursday by Twitter yesterday.
Huh?
Did that stuff come down?
Probably live mics too, so.
What we miss?
What's that?
So what was missed? What we missed? Royals?
Leo Chenal.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Taking forever. Shit.
There's Clark out there.
Oh, he's getting ice cream too?
See him get ice cream, but he was out there, so I see we could.
And everybody in line for coffee for something.
And the zoo really went all out for their non-conference schedule. Agreed. Facing such titans as Howard, SEMO, and Virginia Military Institute, and Prairie View, and South Carolina State, South Dakota, Alabama still.
Oh, you talking about basketball? I was like, how you gonna
Playing
play
a swag yak challenge.
Well, it's technically-
Yeah. Harvey. I went to a military game when I was a kid.
Did you like?
My parents took me over there. So stay there
Oh, yeah.
whole month. To Lexington, Virginia.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, in barracks, stayed in barracks.
Yeah. What we used to call it.
It's like realize right there in Washington, only is literally
Right across the street.
Across the street.
Literally across the street. It's where one of those guys, either Jefferson Davis or Stonewall Jackson.
Jefferson Davis. Yeah. Jefferson. Like Jefferson Davis Drive.
Yeah.
Big old pool that we had to run every morning at 5 a.m. I lost about 25 pounds.
On radio.
No pounds to lose actually.
I don't see any wrong with that.
Flooding back. Start.
Oh, what do I need to do that? So regimented. Well, apparently like him, I wasn't as bad as some of them. So.
That was a rival.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was, it's like all the buildings are like huge. I mean, they just felt amazing. Everything felt intimidating. Really like you walk, we were watching it leave, it's like it's a complete opposite. Nice gentle, like southern, yeah, like, yeah. There's another school that they saw there. I think it was a weird thing because there's so many college Virginia. They're all like in tiny towns.
Yeah.
There's not like a single Virginia school that's like in towns like sizable.
I should go get some ice cream.
See you right back
here.
Yeah.
For your address.
I will be here. I will have my
Ice cream bucket.
unprepared.
Hey, bring me back the strawberry.
Andy's for that.
Maybe Andy will come out.
How does Andy Reid not ever do an Andy joke? Hurry that up. Get a concrete.
Come back into it.
So what?
I said, I'm really tempted to get some ice cream, just come back in.
It's good. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. That's
I tried to speak to that.
I worked to renegotiate.
Uh,
Renegotiate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go to that here, so.
Like, it's already
Yeah. Oh, what's it? Chinese.
Time's flying.
These years go by so fast, it's all right. Yeah.
No, I'm not ready to accept that.
Literally.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's sign off. Probably up.
No, that's good. Go for it. Yeah, you no one. Let's get a coat. It's good, right? We might come here, son.
There is good.
He's still lifting. Now we know why they call him the beast. Would you prefer to wait or do him tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
All
We'll get him tomorrow.
right, people, we are out.